All right, Lions, 4-point favorites on the road at New Orleans. Saints hosting this one with a 47-point over-under. DraftKings has 81% of the spread money on the Lions, trying to atone for Thanksgiving Day loss and also a Sunday game against the Bears before that where they did not look great. Saints losing to the Falcons, need to keep pace, need to try to take over the division, need a win. Can the Saints get a win against the Lions on Sunday, Chris?
I look at this game, right? And you know me, I try to kind of say every week a little bit about, hey, here's a game to me where an upset can happen, okay? I'm picking the Lions to win the game. I'll get that out of the way right now. I am. But I think there's avenues here where the Saints can win this football game. I think there's, some things in the matchup overall that I look at and go, that could be a pain in the butt for the Detroit Lions. One, hey, the Saints can play some man coverage, right? You heard me say the other day, one of the issues with Detroit, other than Jameson Williams, is they don't really have guys that can separate versus man-to-man. Amon-Ra St. Brown can separate, but he works in that, 5 to 15 range. It's not the kind of guy that, you're going to see him deep down the field consistently all game long. He's going to be in the slot, kind of working leverages and things that way, right? So they're going to make Jared Goff throw some passes into some tight windows. I think that's the thing I look at to be interesting, right? The Saints do have some big people. They should be able to. They're breaking apart a little bit, but at least not get run over in the run game by the Lions and what they do. The Saints, the other thing they do because of that tight man-to-man coverage, and you heard me talk about Paulson Adebo, who's the best corner on the Saints now and one of the best corners in football, right? He can play on an island. They get a lot of interceptions. They're one of the league leaders in interceptions. Jared Goff's got a turnover problem right now. We know that. It's in the dome. It's desperation for the Saints. Here's the other side of the ball, right? The Lions are a better team. I know that. But the Saints, right? A lot of short passes, dink and dunk, boom, 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 boom. They pick you apart. They're pretty good at that to the point where you go like, can you open it up a little bit? The Lions, you've heard me say this, they don't want to play man. They're not a good man football team. They don't have those kind of guys. If they play man, against Chris Olave, and I need to look, is Shaheed healthy here or not? I'm not sure, right? Because I know he was a little banged up last week during that, but I think he's good to go. He's not, so he's out. Sorry, he's out. But either way, with Olave, right, they'll have some people that can go deep if they do go man-to-man, right? So that's where I worry. I worry about Carr picking apart this zone defense and making this game close. I'm going to take the Lions to win, like I said, but I'm going to make it 27-24, and this is a game that I look at as an upset could happen.
I've got 27-20. Look, this is a battle of mid-level quarterbacks in my mind. Jared Goff and Derek Carr, guys that can take you to a certain level but no farther. And Carr hasn't quite gotten the Saints into that driver's seat for a playoff spot in the weakest division in football. Goff done very well, but now it's starting to fall apart. I just wonder which guy makes the mistake. That's where I feel like this game is going to come down to.
Yeah.
Who makes the mistake between these two mid-level quarterbacks who can take a team to a certain level but no farther? And the Lions were let off the hook by the Vikings losing. I mean, if the Vikings had won on Monday night, then it starts getting a little interesting in the NFC North. It starts to tighten up a little bit. And this could be one where the Lions are look, they know they're not going to be the number one seed. You disqualify yourself by losing at home to the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. You're not going to catch the Eagles or the 49ers or the Cowboys. It's just not going to happen. They got to focus on winning, hold off whoever would rise up in the NFC North. They're going to be the 3 seed. It feels like it's locked in. It's kind of like where the Vikings settled in last year. When we got toward the end of the season, it became obvious they're going to be the 3 seed. Lions are going to be the 3 seed unless they really fall apart down the stretch. But that may I'm kind of talking myself into changing my mind here, but I'm not. I still think they hold it together enough to get this win, 27-20, the win and the cover, just by force of will from Dan Campbell. We talked about his comment from earlier in the week. We didn't just yell louder. We offered some substance.
That's right.
They have extra time. I think that coaching staff will fix enough to hold it together for now. They got some challenges coming up, but they'll hold it together for now.
Hey, the coaching staff was the tiebreaker for me. That's really what I went down to. I just said, because you heard me say, I thought this is a game the Saints could pull the upset. I'm going to just go with Dan Campbell and that culture and the things they've built there, that they get back on track and don't let this upset happen. Don't let one bad game affect another and become two. So we'll see where it goes. But I do think it's a sneaky, interesting game on Sunday afternoon. Yo, what up, homies? Thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe to Chris Simms Unbuttoned. Right now, we got Sunday pod, right? So you can have it Monday morning. We recap all the action. Wednesday, it's the What the Happened podcast. We're going to get deep in the weeds on the key matchups of the week. And then Thursday, I'm picking games with that jerk Florio. So you know where to find us, homies. Keep watching. Peace out. We'll see you.